get us warmed up right away. First of all, you can face at the very edge of your mat. So the mat is in front of you. I'm actually going to come in front to face you so you can see what I'm doing as we go, but that's where you'll be. Or you can face me to start if you like. Feet are together. Inhale, reach the arms up, shoulders are down, and exhale, we're going to squat down, just like if we were coming into a chair pose. Tailbone is down. We're trying to sink low in that chair, and then we're going to press through the feet to come all the way up. We're going to do that again. We're going to come down, and this time as we come down, see if you can take the hands behind you and rise up to your toes so your heels come off the mat. And you're balancing there, getting some work, and then heels down. Reach all the way up, come all the way up here, good. And then exhale, we're gonna take our hands down. We're gonna work into some knee lifts here just to get warm. So right knee and left knee and lifting here. So knees about hip height. So we're working here, just drawing the knees in, good. And staying here, nice and tight abs. So we wanna keep our knees up to that hip, or as long as you can get up to that hip height, keeping that control so we're not moving the hips, we're keeping stability here. We're gonna stay here and do our last 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then stop your feet. We're gonna make sure as we face our mat, we're on the side here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we're gonna scoop the abs in. We're gonna nod the head and we're gonna roll down. And then from here, if you need to, you can bend the knees. We're gonna walk it out to come into our first plank. So hands under shoulders, draw the belly in and up, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then here we're gonna go ahead and just walk it back in. And we're gonna roll back up, pull the belly in, come up, we're gonna stretch up again. Next time we do this, kind of like our knee pulls, we're gonna come down, rolling down here, and then you can walk it out. When we walk it out this time, we're gonna go right into pulling the knees into the chest. So right knee and left knee, good, and right and left, abs in tight, and we're keeping the hands under the shoulders, and we're working here. So as we progress, after we get warm, we'll be able to do this faster, right? One more each side. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead, walk it back. And we're gonna go ahead and roll back up. Good, this time here, hands are gonna come in front of you, or hands actually will stay up, I'll face you so you can see. I'm gonna do those knee lifts again, okay? And this time I wanna see rotation through the mid-spine. So you're gonna turn towards your knee, right? We're not taking the knee across the body so it's not moving that way. We're keeping the knee centered and we're moving. So the hips stay, we're moving through the waist, ribs and chest. So belly has to come in really tight. So we should be getting a little bit warmer here, right? Heart rate is going up a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead, finishing off with 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then feet come down. Make sure again you're facing that side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull the belly in. We're gonna go ahead and come down. Now walk it out. Come into your plank. We're gonna keep hands under shoulders. Right knee across to that left elbow. And then take it back. Now left knee to right elbow. Take it back. Then right knee to left. And left to right. And keep twisting. So this time it is more of a twist lower at the hip to get that knee across. Drawing your abs in really tight to make that happen. We're gonna stay and finish off our last 4, 3, 2, last 1. And then here, I just want your knees to come down. We're gonna come into a little child's pose here. So feet together, knees apart, sit way back. We're gonna get a little bit more heat in our core. So feet move to one side so that we can really activate our abs as we're here. So that should feel good. As we're here, I want you to keep your feet in front, knees flat on the mat. And then hands can come to the knees. Inhale, lift the chest, the shoulders come back, and then exhale. There's a pelvic tilt, pulling your belly in. You can come back, let go of the legs. See where you get as you come down. And then you're gonna come up and stack the spine, lift up. And then pelvic tilt, come all the way back, pulling the belly in, and then come all the way up. Good, we're gonna do that a couple more times, okay? Just continuing to get that heat because that's going to get us right into where we need to be, all warm and ready for our next cardio interval, our first really hot one. Come down and hold it here. So see if you can maybe come down just a little further and extend your legs out. Holding here. Now we're going to come down maybe a little bit more. Flex your feet, engage your abs, and lift your feet. See if you can lift your heels up off the ground and hold. See if you can cross your hands over your chest. It's going to make it harder. It's going to probably drop you down a little bit. Good. See if you can take the hands in front. Little pulsing of the arms like we're going to do our 100. Right, inhale here. And exhale out. Inhale, pull the belly tight. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And then from here, I want you to take your right knee into your chest, lower down, and get a nice stretch here. And switch. Left knee comes into the chest. Now here, I'm going to take my head and shoulders up a little higher as I do this single leg stretch. Now, as we pull one knee in, we're keeping our pelvis stable, our abs engaged, drawing the belly button down to the floor. And then if you like, hands are going to come behind the head, and you can add a rotation. So right elbow to left knee, and twist, and twist. So getting a little bit more rotations and some work here as we get that heat in the body. We'll be ready to move after this. We're going to go once more to each side. Good. And then hands come behind the knees. Rock yourself up. We're going to come from here into another plank. So this one we're going to get a little bit higher intensity, hands under the shoulders. Walking the feet back, I want you to just pull the knees in to the chest. So pulling the knees in tight. Good. Now, if you can make this a jump switch, make it a jump switch. Make it fun, right? Make it fun as much as you can. So we are going to go for speed in these intervals. Speed means we're trying to go count as many as you can in the time that we get, right? And usually we're aiming for about 30 seconds for each quick interval and adding them all together. So same with this. We've got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then knees come down. Child's pose here we can go into with our heels or feet together, knees apart. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide the feet to one side again. So I'm going to slide my feet to my opposite side of where I went before. Hopefully we remember. And then knees up, feet down about hips width. Now this time here, I want your chest up, and then I want you to roll back and pause. Genie arms come in. So we're holding here, pulling the belly in. We're going to twist waist, ribs, and chest to the right, and then bring it center and to the left. And come center and right, and center and left. Nice job. We're going to do our last two on each side, okay? So one more each side, and then we're going to come back to center. When we do that, reach the arms. See if you can roll down a little bit more, and maybe roll all the way to the floor. If you can't help yourself down. Once you're lying down here, I want you to make sure that your feet are pretty close into the hips, right? We want to keep our at least about 4 inches between your heels and your hips. So you're going to stay here and line up your knees with your ankles and lift your hips into a bridge. Holding here, so belly button to spine, bringing the ribs in, holding here. Now take your right leg up to the ceiling, level the hips. I usually bring my hands to my hips to feel that right leg is going to come down to about 45 degrees. Then right knee is going to pull in, and it's going to go out, and knee is going to pull in, and leg is going to pull out. So we want to really be able to work here with our lengthening of the leg, but also keeping the hips in that same place. We're going to do our last two. And last one. And then hold the leg out, lift it up, and then foot comes down. We're going to see if we can level the hips one more time. And then lower down. See if you can get that nice lowering down where we articulate down through the spine. If that doesn't feel good, just flat back down. On your next breath here, come up into your bridge again. And then this time, left leg comes up. lengthening that leg. Hands can hold at the hips here. We're gonna take that leg down to 45 degrees. Then you're gonna bend your left knee in and press the leg out. And bend the knee in and press the leg out. So we're feeling here stability, staying in really tight. We're gonna finish off 4 more. Good. 3 more. We should be feeling this already. 2. Good. Last one. It's warming us up for our lunges, right? Hold here. Lift the leg. Lift the hips and then put that foot down. One more time, lifting the hips. And then lower down through the spine. Take your time as you come down. We're going to go ahead again. Knees coming into the chest. We're going to go ahead, take the hands behind the knees, and we're going to rock ourselves up. Okay. So here we go into a little short plank position or plank prep. Our hands are going to be under the shoulders and our knees are going to be in line with our hips. So our toes tuck into the mat, and all we're going to do here is lift our knees and just kind of hover them. Now from here, I want you to add a little jumping jack leg, right? So I'm going to try to hover my knees and jump my legs out and in. If this doesn't work for you, you can still do one leg at a time, okay? So if I'm going one leg at a time, I'm still hovering my knees and I'm working there. It's up to you, whatever's working for you. Now if it feels good, I want you to do one jack out and in and a reach in front. And out and in, opposite arm, out in front. So we're just gonna keep alternating. Good. So this is where, again, taking that heart rate up. We've got 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm gonna get to each side. Knees come down. Good. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way up to standing here. So the feet can come back together. We can make our way into our child's pose first. Hands are shoulder width apart. Come forward to the hands, tuck your toes in, and lift your tailbone. So stretching chest to thighs. Now inhale, rock it forward to your plank. Exhale, take it back to your down dog, or your pike up, right? Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike and lift those hips. Let's do that again. Inhale, and exhale, lift, good. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lift. Good, we're working. We only have 2 more. Good. And the last one, everybody. Inhale, plank. Exhale, go back to your down dog. From here, we're gonna walk forward. So you're gonna bend your knees, look forward, walking the feet up to the hands. And then from here, we can go ahead and roll all the way up to the top. I'm gonna have you face me, so I'm gonna face this way. My mat is completely off of where I was before, so hopefully we can still see. We're gonna keep our feet hips width. We're gonna take the right foot and we're gonna step it back first into a curtsy lunge, and then you're gonna go to the other side, okay? So you're just doing that big step about, hips width apart, and then we sink back down. So getting some work here, and then we'll get a little bit warmer into it. Now you're gonna hold when you get back to your right foot crossing over. So right here, cross, and then tap, and then cross, and then tap. So I'm staying on the same side, so I'm working here. That way, really burn out that leg. Now in a curtsy lunge, my hips and shoulders are forward. I'm not turning to the side, even though my leg pulls back. So important here, we're engaging our abs to stay. And if you want to, you can add a leg lift, right? And a leg lift. And hopefully we add our leg lift right back to curtsy lunge. Not like I did on the first one. Good. Holding here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now from here, I want you to go back here. We're gonna go hop to the other side, hop to the other side, hop, hop. Now I'm gonna try to go a little quicker and let my foot that's crossing behind stay lifted, okay? This is a skater, and that way I can go a little bit more into it. So working hard here, because this is where we're engaging our abs and we're getting all that work in the legs, right? This is plyo work, so a lot in our core and in our glutes. Really important because glutes get weak, right? So we want to keep them strong. All right, come on, stay with me. You can do it. We're gonna move through this one and we'll slow it down for the other side. All right, can you do 10 more seconds? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Come back here. We're gonna take the left foot, cross it behind, and tap, and cross, and tap. So heart rate is still up, pretty high, right? Good, because we're in the first 15 minutes. Gotta get it up high. All right. Now if it feels good, you can add that kick, right? The kick is out to the side instead of the tap, but you can do either one. All right, you're doing great. Gotta finish off this side. We're making it burn. 5 more. Good, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Oh my gosh, no curtsy after that. Step back in. Let's go ahead here. We're gonna do jumping jacks, so we're still gonna face the side. Arms come up. Good. Now, getting that heart rate, we're keeping it up. If this is too much, we stay low. Your body, your options. Do what feels right for you. If you're in jumping jacks, I want you to think about soft knees, right? Keeping them soft. Good. So softly land. Staying on your mat. Otherwise you'll slide around. Mats help us stay put. Good little safety cue. Stay here. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back here. Good. Make sure that your mat is now in front of you. Big inhale up. And exhale. Pull the belly in, roll down. We're gonna walk it out to our plank. Now here, we're gonna do Pilates push-ups. So hands are gonna be shoulder width apart. You can widen the space between your feet if you like, okay? And then you're gonna come down, elbows in, and we push up, right? We come forward, down, and then up. So it's harder than a regular push-up because those elbows are in. So if we need to, knees are down, and we work here. Notice when my knees come down, I can actually get a little lower. My belly stays pulled in, and we're finishing. 5. Good. 4. We're almost there. 3. And I'm breathing heavy. 2. Good. Last one here. And then go ahead and sit back on the heels. If you need to grab water, now is a good time to do it. Okay. So we're gonna go, we just did jumping jacks, standing and in bear crawl. We're gonna do it in plank here. So hands under shoulders, jump the feet, out and in. And if you wanna make this harder, when you land out, lift a hand. So I'm gonna go out and lift. So I'm moving pretty quick, staying here. I'm at the edge of my mat. So I'm gonna get over here. So I can keep doing it. Good, stay here. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the tailbone. Stretch back. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk the feet to the hands and roll all the way up. Okay, so once we're up here, we're gonna come into lunges. Right leg is gonna lunge and then left. So my right leg comes back, knee comes down, step in. Now notice when I'm here, I'm keeping my chest up, weight over my back knee, abs in tight. Again, my mat moved, which just keeps happening, right? So, all right, especially during cardio intervals. So, next time your right leg comes back I want you to keep it back. So we're gonna keep it back in our lunge, and then we're gonna plyo, push the knee up, back into lunge, knee up, back into lunge, knee down, knee. Now you can stay low like this too. It's still gonna burn, right? And we wanna feel that. So staying with me, you can do it, right? How about 10 more? Good, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, oh my gosh, 4, we're almost there, 3, 2, and 1, step in. Really nice. Knee lifts here, just knees. Good. Knees in front, getting back some circulation into the legs, and kind of little recovery for our heart rate, right? All right, left foot comes back, we go into our lunge. Knee comes down, and then we're gonna go ahead and take it into that plyo lift. So knee comes up and back, knee comes up and back, knee up. If you wanna go low, it's here, right? You don't have to do plyo, but we like plyo, if we can, right? Of course. So again, I'm gonna have us do our last 10. It's hard. That leg will burn. 9, 8, 7, 6, come on, 5, 4, legs are working hard. 3, 2, 1, knee lifts. Nice and easy. Good. Small recovery. We need it, right? Okay. At this point, we're like, we think we do, we got it. Okay, so walk back here to the edge of your mat, looking forward, inhale, reach. Exhale, we're gonna roll down. And we're gonna go ahead and walk the hands out. Good. Now, knees down. Move your feet to one side. We're gonna do some work for our triceps. So heart rate went back up. We're gonna keep the hands about a foot away from the body. So this one's kind of fun. Okay, I want you to lift the hips. And I want you to come down, bend the elbows and push. So it's tricep work, but really important core work is going across the midline of the body. Really good for the brain. So come down, push up, lift a leg. Come down, push up, lift other leg. Now, we're gonna keep doing that. But if you want to make this more fun, you're gonna come down. When you lift the leg, try to get your opposite hand to meet that foot. And then tricep dip, up, other side, right? So, I know, right about now, you're probably like, we don't like this anymore. We're working really hard. I know you are. You're doing great. I'm sure if I could see right now. Right? Right. One more each side. Good. Last one. And then here, I want you to go ahead, lower the hips. Good. We're gonna go ahead, make way to our child's pose. So hands in front. So we get active recovery. Feet are together. We're still breathing, but we're getting that recovery in, which is important. Hands shoulder width apart. Go ahead and come forward, tuck the toes in. Come into your down dog. Now, from down dog, I want you to go ahead and inhale. Bring it forward to your plank. And exhale, pike up the hips, down dog. Inhale, control that plank. Don't let the hips droop. Come back up. Beautiful job, you guys. You're working so hard. We're even engaging the legs when we come forward, right? Want to be sure to do that. We have 2 more. So plank to down dog. 1 more. Plank, stretch back, and then bend the knees, look forward, walk the feet up, and we're gonna roll all the way up. So now our heart rate went down a little bit. So we hope. Okay, face me. Knee lifts here. This is where we went back to our knee lifts before for recovery. Now we're gonna make it a little bit more intense. So I wanna see you actually jump switching your knees. trying to keep them at hip height, and we're staying facing me on the mat. So if you stay on your mat, it's gonna help you not slide. And we're working hard. Keeping it going. A lot to do today. But we've done a lot already. So we're making our way. Stay with me. All right. Last 10 seconds, okay? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down, knee lifts. Okay, now, right knee only lifts, tap down, lifts, tap down. So I'm trying to keep my hips level, and I'm working on one side. A lot more abs when we do that. A lot more balance. If you can keep that foot without tapping, don't let it tap. Okay? Stay here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down. Now we're going to do that high knee jog again. So we're back into it already. And I know you're like, where was our recovery? We got it. It went by really fast. Don't worry, we'll go to the other side. Now in this one, I want your hands up, and I want you to turn towards your knee that's lifting. Right, so I'm twisting. Kind of like we did in our warm-up. Twist, twist. You're doing great. I'm moving my mat all over the place now. It's going. All right, stay with me. Come on. Give me your last 10 seconds. Make it fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stop the feet, knee lifts here. So, just gonna move this back. That was a lot of traveling I did, which was amazing, right? Okay, so knee lifts. We are gonna hold when the left knee comes back up. It's gonna stay up, and it's gonna tap and lift, tap and lift. So here, heart rate can stay up because we are lifted up here. So a lot of really good core work, a lot of intense intervals, which actually keep our fat burning well after our workout, which is awesome. Okay, if you can let your foot not tap, don't let it tap. So studies actually show that 20 minutes of intervals is more effective than an hour of staying at the same pace. So this is awesome. Think of what you're doing for your body. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm gonna have you jump rope here without the jump rope. Okay, so holding here, abs in. So getting that heart rate back up. In some of these intervals now that we're a little more tired, we're staying upright. So staying here, finishing strong. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop the feet. Side to side squat. So I'm gonna have you step to the right, squat, up and together. Step left, squat, up and together. So traveling a squat means that we have to engage our outer thigh and hip as we step out, inner thigh as we come in, right? So a lot of really important work in the legs. We're doing great, right? Working hard. Okay, so we're gonna stay here, and this is how, again, even just leg movements, big leg movements like this, keep our heart rate up, but it's also a little bit more recovery because we can breathe, right? A little bit more, even though you can hear my breathing, it's fast, right? I'm staying fast. That's how you should be too. Shouldn't be able to have like a conversation, right? I can. Actually, I have to because I have to talk to you, right? So now we're gonna go once more to each side, okay? Now come back to center. We're gonna go just like we started out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Hands are gonna come down in front. We're gonna jump the legs out, jump the legs in. So they jump out to a squat, and they jump in, and they jump out, and in. Heart rate going way back up. so we can finish this. You're doing great. Stay with me. Come on, we're working hard here. This is where we want to feel that burn. All right. We're gonna do 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back in. Now, we do want to come back to our mat. So we're gonna face our mat in front. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, we're gonna come down. Now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna walk the hands out. Now, our heart rate is gonna stay up, but our head is gonna come down, which is hard. I'm gonna have you lift the tailbone and walk your feet a little closer to your hands as you pike the hips. Turn your hands toward each other, fingertips toward each other, head down. This is a little shoulder push up, right? So we're piking the hips and we're keeping our abs in and we're coming down and up, right? Staying here. You're doing great. We only have to do this 5 more times. 4, good. 3, 2 more. Last one. And then walk the feet and look forward and come up. Good. Now we should be really red in the face. Okay, we're facing forward here. We're gonna go back this time into our jump rope. So little tiny recovery we had for a second. Not really bringing the heart rate back up now, okay? We want to bring it back up so that we can do a little bit more low body work. So, or so we hope, in the next little more than 10 minutes. Here we go. Staying with this. Go side to side, side, side. Feet together, knees together. Now we want to avoid hip rotation. My hips start going all over the place. I'm not stable in my abs anymore. Think about that. Holding here. You're working hard. And yes, this is where we want to stop most of the time because we're tired, but you can do this, right? 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna face side. I want you to just do mini squat. I'm gonna take your right leg behind, and I want you to lift the leg up, tap it down. Lift, tap. I'm low on my left leg so that I can feel my left glutes working, even though my right leg is doing the lifting. Abs in tight. Stay here. All right. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're just gonna switch the feet. So it's gonna be switch, 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 right? So we're hinge slightly forward, jump switching of the feet, like we're skiing. You can do this, which is your lower option if you choose to take it. Always choose what option works for you, okay? So we're switching, switching, working hard, staying with it. All right, 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now, mini squat. Left leg comes behind. We're gonna lift left leg up, tap. Left leg up, tap. Now your right leg, you're still down in it because you want to feel that work in the glutes, which is awesome, and we're balancing, so a lot of core work here as well. Abs are in tight, so belly button back toward the spine. We keep this, finishing off this side for your last 5. Good. 4. Last 3. 2 more. And last 1. Good. Feet down, little recovery with knee lifts here. So knees, I'm just gonna face you, okay? So we're getting those knees back up. We're gonna do a little bit more with our cardio, and then that will be the end of that, right? So that is good, we're getting there. Okay, last time, I want you to high knee jog. Knees high, knees high. We're working here. Knees high as we go. Pushing through. This is our last time to really get that heart rate back up, right? Want to feel that work. Good. Stay with me. You're doing great. This is where my mat moves all over, so I'm sure yours is doing the same. All right, we're gonna cool down. Pretty close to after this, okay? So stick with me for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Back to just knee lift, slow. Knee, knee. We want to take it so that we can feel our heart rate, bring it back to a place that we can breathe, right? So a lot of times, even if I'm in any kind of mind-body practice, Pilates, yoga, you have to breathe. It's so much of a breathing workout that I want you to connect back to your breath. All right, one more each side. Stop the feet, hands to your heart. Big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good job. Now hands together. All right, we're gonna go ahead here. We're gonna do one more roll down. So if you wanna face your mat again, we're gonna come down for this. We will stay down on our mat so that we can move from there. So inhale to reach, exhale to roll down, and then we're gonna walk it out. Last plank. This is your last one. I know, don't get too sad. We're gonna go ahead from plank to side plank. So go onto the right hand and right foot, left arm up, and let's go to the other side. Side plank. We're gonna keep going side to side. Good. So we wanna be able to breathe. And our heart rate is slowing down a little bit here. It's still working really hard to keep us in this work. We're gonna do one more each side. Nice job. Okay, last one. Go back to right hand, right foot, belly in, hips high. Stretch and reach over. It's like we're doing a stretch. And the knee comes down, and then our hand to hip. I want you to just lift that leg up and down, just a little bit here. Good. So we're just getting a little bit more work in our abs, but this is really the end of our practice, right? We get to stretch soon after this. So we're adding a little bit with our stretching to make it fun. 5 more. And 4. Good. 3. And 2. Leg up, foot comes back. Can you hold on to that foot, the outside of the foot, and give yourself a nice stretch? Pull that foot back. Open the chest, look up. That feels good. And then we're going to go ahead, bring it to center. One child's pose here, feet are together, knees are apart, and we sit back. I'm going to face you, or face the other way, so I'll be facing you when I'm on my left side. All right, so come back to hands and feet back behind you for your plank. We're going to go side plank on the left hand first, and then down and back to the right. And then down and back to the left. I know, you're like, you're a liar. You said we're done with planking, and then you just had us keep going. I know, I didn't intend for that to seem like I was. I knew that I was going to do that, but okay. So now we're going to go ahead, when we land back on that left hand, I want you to open up. And lift your hips higher, pulling the belly in, and stretch your arm over the ear. And then take the knee down. So left knee is down, and we're going to go ahead and just do little leg lifts. Good. So we're engaging our abs, obliques really working for this, but we're almost done, right? This is the end. So we're finishing off. You're like, there's not much. 5 more. We're doing great. 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up. Bend the knee. Grab onto the outside of the foot. Hopefully you're nice and sweaty by now. Foot pushing back. Open the chest. Feel that stretch. That should be really nice. Really important for us to do that. And then from here, I want you to come back. And once we're here, I want you to go ahead and come down to your forearms. So we're going to take that right foot and we're just going to flex the foot, kick it up to the ceiling. take it down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit. So I know as of right now, you're probably wondering why we're not stretching yet. No, I'm kidding. We have a few more minutes. All right, stick with me. You're doing great. Last 5 and 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Knee comes down. Left foot to ceiling. Flex that foot. Kick it up a little bit, take it down a little bit. Kick it up a little bit, down a little bit. There we go. That's all we have to do in this. So it's just small lift and lower. Abs and tight. We stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee comes down. And then for this, I'm going to have you press back onto your hands. I know your hands and wrists are tired. We did a lot on them. I'm going to have you go ahead and just tuck your toes in one more time and just lift your knees to hover. So belly is in, holding here. Good. Abs are in really tight. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to stay here as we take the right hand, step it forward, left foot steps forward. And then take the right hand and left foot back, and then take the left hand and right foot forward. And take it back. Right hand, left foot, and back. Left hand, right foot, and back. One more each side. Good. Last one. Really nice. Take it back. Hover, hover those knees. Belly in tight. Pull it up. And then knees down. Good. Now from here, walk your hands slightly in front of the shoulders. We're going to get a nice stretch as we pike up the hips. And hold there. Good. And then from here, lift your right leg. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, big step. Put that foot between the hands or as close as you can here. We're going to come into a nice strong lunge with that right thigh about parallel to the floor. Back heel pushing back. Hold it here. Good. Can you engage a little bit more and take your hands to the thigh and lift the chest? This is a really good hip opener, good stretch. Our left hand is going to go to the inside of the foot, and the right arm is going to reach, and we're going to stretch. Really nice twist. That should feel really good. And then take it to center. Left knee is going to come down. And then we can relax the back toes down, and here we can come up another time. So this is where we'll feel a little bit more in the hips if you didn't already feel this. All right, I'm going to stretch the hamstrings. Hands are going to come down, and we're going to sit back a little bit. I usually don't sit all the way back. I just come back enough to lift my right toes and feel the length of my right leg. So I want to feel as much work as I can there, and also really lengthening the spine. So not coming all the way down to round, but lengthening here, and stay for another breath. And then from here, I want you to go ahead back into your lunge. You're going to take your hands down, tuck your back toes into the mat, lift your knee, and then right foot steps back and we come back into our down dog. Left leg is going to lift up to the ceiling, flex the foot, and then big step, left foot comes up to the hands. So once we're here, we're trying to get that left thigh about parallel to the floor, right? And holding here, working a little bit more into that hip opener. And if you can, hands come to the thigh, and you can lift the chest here. So we get a little bit more work there. And then from here, we're going to go ahead into our twist. So right hand down, left arm up, and we twist. We roll open through the left ribs. And then left hand comes down. And right knee comes down. And then here we can come back up to the thigh. So when we're back on the thigh, we can lift up the chest, get that nice big stretch here, because this is really where we just want to feel all that work we did and all that great stretching. So my toes are going to relax down. We're going to go ahead and come back. I like to stretch that front leg as I sit back a little bit. I'm really just coming a little bit beyond my knee. My foot is flexed of the left foot, and my leg is really long. The spine is long as we look forward. Pull the belly in and stay here. So now we're really breathing into some nice deep breaths. We're going to go ahead and come forward with that leg, hands down. Tuck your back toes into the mat, lift the knee. We're going to do a big step back into our down dog and take a couple breaths right there. And then from here, I'm going to have you bend the knees, look forward, walk your feet up towards your hands. And then take a big breath in, hold down here for just a moment. You can always kind of look side to side, see what feels good for the neck. And then when you come back center, I want you to scoop your abdominals in and start to roll all the way up. You're going to stack the spine as you come up. You're going to get some nice shoulder rolls back, because we need that. Breathing in, everybody. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach one more time. Big breath in to stretch up. Exhale to release. Take your hands behind your back. Open your chest and just stretch your chest open. There you go. And then release down. Hands in front. Open the chest one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Take the hands back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.